don't scare us. I get up, I go hard like I'm George Harris. Make plays, break lanes, push weight, break chains, go hard, kick ass, take names. Being good, I'ma be great. I'm gonna carry that weight. Earn my stripes, my merits. I gotta go hard like I'm George Harris.
All right, my man, let's check out some of your amazing work inside the octagon. We're kicking off. What's this first fight
This is Paul Craig.
Paul Craig, tough customer.
Big Paul
tough
Craig.
customer.
Yeah, man. Oh,
this fight
was one to remember.
Where
for
was this fight at?
This one was in Glasgow. It was in Glasgow. And man, before I walked out to this fight, first off, like when we had first faced off, he was just giving me this like energy, like just kind of disrespectful, and it pissed me off a bit.
Okay.
So I just I did what I do, and I balled it all up. And then when I was walking out, you know, this is in his home, you know what I mean, his home country. So obviously everybody's going to go, grounds. You know, he comes out with Braveheart, you know, paint on his face and stuff. So, nobody in that arena that night, I felt like wanted me to win. I heard some of the worst things from the crowd. It was crazy, man. So, I was in full on, kill or be killed mode right here.
There wasn't a lot of Khalil Reebok fight kits in the crowd at the time.
Not at all.
You feel me?
But I was locked in. I was definitely locked in.
You're ready to go for this one. And sometimes it's weird when you fight on another fighter's home turf. You can either be overwhelming, you know what I'm saying, and it makes the moment even more intense, or you can channel that kind of negative energy and use it as a positive.
Exactly.
You know? So you clearly challenge it as a positive. Let's hit it, Mike. Yeah, he's a stud,
I wore the yellow shorts in honor of Anderson Silva.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, those are the Brazil
Look at
shorts.
your face there.
Yeah, man.
What are you thinking there?
I'm going to destroy your life.
I'm going to wreck this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a tough customer. I would assume he'd be a favorite coming into the fight, hometown too, yeah?
So a lot of this fight, I felt like, you know, he was definitely probably going to try to take me down because he has a better, you know,
phenomenal
grappling
grappler.
advantage.
Yeah, really, really good grappler.
So I knew it was going to come. So there becomes a point in the fight where, I just start kind of taunting him a bit because I knew that the takedown was going to come.
And you can just tell the hand speed, and you're clearly more comfortable on the feet.
Yeah,
you're pretty relaxed here. I guess you're just you're swinging there.
Very relaxed.
And obviously his game plan is to get you down and go for the choke, and he's pretty damn good at that.
Oh yeah, he is.
He seems super relaxed.
Although there were so many people in the crowd and screaming while we were walking out, while we were in there, it was pretty silent. I could hear a lot of the stuff his coaches were telling him.
Really?
Yeah. So
yeah, it's weird with some of that stuff, especially international outside the U.S. The U.S. just never gets quiet unless it's a boring fight, but during the main event, it's chaos. But in other countries, they kind of, it's almost like they're a little more educated on it, and they kind of calm down. They respect the sport and really tune in, and they watch the technique and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's a big dude too.
Yeah,
Was he bigger than you expected?
Yeah, tall guy. He had a pretty big frame. And I think this was, I think I was walking around at 218 for this camp. So I was walking around a bit light.
Oh, a bit light. What do you usually walk around at?
Lately it's been 230.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
230, but that makes sense. 230, cut to 205. It's pretty it's not out of the norm.
It's not crazy out of the norm.
No.
I've gotten up to 250 before, my heaviest, again, after the weight loss. But once I start climbing up into the 240s, I know that I'm off track.
Yeah, time to chill out.
There's just a lot of the fight I was kind of just
you're patient.
Yeah, patient, because I knew that just as soon as he wanted, see, I'm taunting my hips,
there,
because I knew he wasn't necessarily going to strike and he was going to go for the takedown, and so that's just not where I wanted this fight, especially because I felt a bit disrespected.
Sure.
So I wanted it to be something where, he engaged in striking a little bit more.
Poor Paul Craig, though, man. It's your hometown. They give you this killer who's excellent at stand-up, and he has to pray to God to get you down. That's the nature of the beast. You're really taunting him.
Yeah. You're
just trying to get him to open up.
In a way, without trying to try too hard. I was really thinking a lot about Anderson. That's why I had a little bit more calmness.
That landed there.
Yeah, even like I kind of shook my head at him because this fight was a bit personal to me, you know, like
because you felt disrespected.
Yeah, just like
we're at a minute 55 in the first round. You're kind of starting to get your range there too. He's on the end of your hands now.
Yeah, exactly. So now that I've landed a punch, I'm starting to know like, yeah, my range, my distance, and I actually think it's only this first round.
Yes.
Oh, there is a pretty cool kick, body kick. Let's see, it should be. Like,
and he's not offering much there. He's just kind of waiting for you to commit, but you just kind of, again, you're taunting him.
Really
it has to be tough for him. Yeah, it has to be tough for him too.
Yeah.
You're also a tough guy to game plan for. Oof. That left hook landed. Oh, yeah, you're really feeling it now. You felt super disrespected.
Yeah, I wanted him to, like, engage in, in a brawl with me. I was ready for it. You know what I mean? Like, I had hands down. I'm like, let's go. Like, my hands are down.
Oh,
uppercut landed.
Yeah.
Here's a kick.
Boom.
See? So, like, it just, sometimes it becomes a natural, it's an instinct in a way.
Yeah, it's just who you are. Mm-hmm. You know, coming up in that Vanderlei gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is completely outclassed on the feet. You've landed 3 really good shots, and just your speed, the technique. It's a tough puzzle for him to figure out. You can tell, especially the way he's backing up with his hands high like that.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is he's no punk either. You know, it's not like he's like this. Just basic dude. He's a tough customer to beat, man.
Yeah, and that's one thing is like that's kind of how I felt. It was like he looked at me like I was. You know what I mean? And I was like, no, I'm not. And like,
see, he's kind of opening up here though. He's like, I can't just stand back and get beat up, and this is what actually helps you out.
Yeah.
Boink. It was that short kind of shovel upper hook a little bit.
Yeah, left uppercut.
Yeah, look how mad you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So, like...
No, daddy likes. Sometimes you got to do that.
Sometimes, like, it's not something that I, like, necessarily am like, yeah, go out. No, but, like, for the sake of just how I felt, and I felt like he made it personal, there was just some things for me after knocking him at, like, after finishing like that, I was like, okay, I need to do something
that was well-deserved almost. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, now I'm like, it's not like I'm like, what? Like, internally, actually, my thoughts were like, all right, it's over.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's done. It doesn't have to. And then afterward, we talked, like,
cool.
The whole entire, like, the hotel was packed. All the guys bought me beers. They were like,
that's cool, like, man.
So, like, it actually all turned around for me. And I was able to shut that door there. And, like, now if I see Paul Craig, like, there's no
there shouldn't be.
You know what I mean?
There shouldn't be.
Like, he's
you
like,
won fair and square.
Yeah,
it's not like you cheated or something.
So it's kind of one of those things where, like, I just kind of had
boom,
to
that shovel uppercut really landed. But it's all obviously all in hindsight. But just looking at that, it's like this was just a matter of time. Mm-hmm. You watch that fight, you're landing whenever you wanted.
Yeah,
that's a good fight though. That was a good win, huh?
Yeah, it felt good.
Very Brazilian attire there out of you.
Yeah,
a tribute to Anderson Silva. Let's take a little break from chatting with my brother from a completely different mother, Khalil Rountree, and going over all his amazing fights. We're having some fun, but before we get back to the program, a lot of y'all can't sleep, man. I don't know what's going on. Growing up as a kid, we had terrible mattresses. Maybe the show's putting you to sleep. You need a comfy mattress. You need something, man. But what you need and what I have in my house, I can't get rid of my in-laws. I can't get rid of my family. Everybody wants to stay at my house. They just thought I was cool. Nope. It's the Helix mattress, man. And Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preference to the perfect mattress just for your thick ass. That's right. If you like mattresses really soft, firm, you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, you sleep hot, you sleep cold, whatever it is, Helix got you covered with your very own custom mattress. You don't need to take my word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress of 2019 and 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. Again, I have them in every guest room in my crib. I can't get rid of people. It's like a hostel up in that bad boy. And I thought it's because I was cool with my girls cooking. Nope, it's just my Helix Sleep mattresses. I can't get rid of people. So if that sounds like something you're into, just go to helixsleep.com/Schaub, SCHAUB. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz. They will match you with your customized mattress that will give you your best sleep ever. They have a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for risk-free 100 nights. And they'll even pick it up, but you're going to love it, so don't worry about that. Helix Sleep is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and free pillows for the viewers and listeners of this show at helixsleep.com/Schaub, SCHAUB. That's helixsleep.com/Schaub for up to $200 off. Now let's get back to the... If anybody knows anything about K1 kickboxing and just the legendary work of Saki, you know that this guy, he had a lot of hype on him coming in too, you know? Yeah. And especially, you know, you pride yourself on, there's Kenny Johnson, I love that guy. Yeah. You pride yourself on being a striker, which, you know, in the UFC, you're definitely a well-known striker, but Saki's like the striker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, were you nervous for this one? And you're also, again, you're an underdog here.
I had, like, just your normal competition nerves, but this one was also a bit personal in a way. Like, you know, at the weigh-ins, like, I remember he was like, "You're a little boy, you're scared." Like, and I was like, oh my God, like,
yeah, no respect.
You know what I mean? Just like, there was no respect. So, like, as soon as it was made personal, then I like, okay, well, then, like, fight's on. You know what I mean? Like,
such a savage dude.
Yeah, so, like, I used to love watching him fight. Yeah. You know, actually, we were scheduled to fight before, and then he had his knee injury.
Yep.
And I saw him at the PI, and I was like, hey, man, when you heal up, I want to fight you. Like, I don't want to wait in line. Like, I will be your next fight when you heal.
And what did he say?
He's like, okay. He's like, but we stood up man to man. He's like, okay, but stand and bang. And I was like, stand and bang. And I shook his hand. Like, Jesus. That's like, I was confident that, you know, I wanted to match my striking up with his. And so many people were telling me, take him down. And I was like, when have you ever seen me shoot a takedown in my career? Ever.
And I think that's why the UFC wanted this fight too, because they knew you were going to stand and bang. Which is a tough day in the office to stand and bang with this guy, especially with his credentials, you know?
Yeah, and I knew it. See, I'm like a lot more light on my feet and moving around. Like, I know what's in front of me.
You look completely different than when you fought Paul Craig.
Yeah.
Because you have to be a little more on your X's and O's here.
Yeah,
you make a mistake.
One small mistake, a hand or foot or anything, and it's over.
Oh, world-class fighter, man. Especially world-class fighter that if he knows you're going to stand with him, dude, he's as relaxed as they get.
Yeah.
I mean, he's beat some of the very best to ever do it. Yeah, the kick was pretty filthy. His flexibility in the hips is insane.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his kick power, just he is who he is for a reason. You know what I mean? There's nothing.
You have bad intentions on those punches. We're at almost a minute into the first round. I mean, you guys are... You're not feeling each other out.
And we're just trying to find where the range.
Yeah. You're both trying to figure out the range first. It's like whoever lands first, this bad boy's over.
Exactly. Oof. Boom. One of them stung me.
You felt this power?
Yeah.
Anything that you've felt before? Or did you feel the legendary Saki power?
I mean, like, it hurt, but I don't think that it landed enough for me, like, landed clean enough for me to really feel like what he's got, you know?
Oh, shit. Those leg kicks were pretty vicious that he's going for, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just timed that perfect.
Yeah.
That has to be a great feather in your cap, though, man.
Yeah.
A win over that guy? You're like, that's it?
No, it was more like, it was kind of like that reaction, you know, is more like... It's just, again, like, just like disrespect, you know, or just like, you know, I get that it's fighting and that, like, everybody does what they do to hype themselves up or whatever, but, like, you know nothing about me, like, and then, dude, honestly, too, like, I'd never gotten so much hate mail in my life, like, Turkish fans, like, you come to Turkey, I'm kill you. Like, it was really bad, and so,
I still get Croatian hate mail.
Yeah, it was really, really bad, and so, like, you know, it was kind of just like another, just like shake off all the bad shit, man. Like, just
a lot of baggage.
Shake it off.
But when you fight those legends, like, you know, they have these insane fan bases where people came up with them while, you know, they're these world-class fighters, and then they get to the UFC. It's just a different animal. You know, I think for me, the one good thing when I fought Krokop is he was a legend, and I had so much respect for him, but I was just so young and inexperienced. I was like, I'm going to smoke this old man. It's like, no, young snapper. This dude, yeah. And it was the fight of all. It was a war. It was a goddamn war. But you passed that in flying colors, knocked him out. There seems to be a common theme with you in your career where if you feel disrespected, it's an issue. Do you think it's your own thing? Do you think it's like kind of something it's kind of an inner struggle? You know what I'm saying? It's the fight game, right?
Yeah, it's the fight game, but like I guess in a way I just kind of think like if I didn't do anything or say anything first, then what have I done? Like then what have I done to have you like feel like you can just approach me in this manner or say what you want to say, or you know what I mean, call me a little boy or whatever it is that you're like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I get that.
Because I'm not the guy out here popping off and talking shit or saying, yeah, I'm better than this guy. Like, I don't mention another fighter.
Yeah, it's not in your nature. I think these guys, especially when they come to the UFC, they feel like they have to do it.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe because of the Conor McGregor effect a little bit. Which also, if I'm a fighter and I'm going to fight you down the road, and we can talk about your next fight, what you want to do, and I watch this, I'm not going to disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, that's what he gets up for.
Well,
I should be cool, calm, collected.
Well, it's let's talk about a little bit like just of the growth and like kind of the journey that I'm on, right? I told you, like, I want to be a better person, like just part of my life. So it's a lot of that has gone away. The like, if you disrespect me, like I don't even really think about it anymore. You know what I mean? I don't really need to feel like Carl Roberson didn't disrespect me.
No.
You know, at least, you know, nothing that I think, like, nothing that he did was disrespectful, and still it was like, you know, a different type of fight. So
I think, if anything, you should get the disrespect from the odds makers. Again, you're an underdog in this fight as well. All 3 fights we've watched, you're an underdog, and you beat all 3 of them.
Cool. Like,
yeah, that's the disrespect, you know, the odds makers.
Yeah, let me be the underdog.
Yep, hit it.
You know, let me be the underdog.
Yeah, it seems to be working out for you. Yeah, but I think it's good that you don't have to harness that, you know, that disrespect to you know, get the job done as you get older, you know, and get more experience.
Yeah, my fuel is a bit different now.
Yeah, good for you, man. Shaved head here.
Yeah, man.
What was the reason behind that?
Age, like just the top of my head doesn't want to sprout any more hair, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, started going with the shaved.
I feel like
I don't want to get like a hair transplant or anything.
No, that's always weird. Or like if you do the LeBron James, where they spray paint.
Yeah, I don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like, because you have to maintain every.
But also, you look
day.
pretty sweet with a shaved. Black guys always look way better with shaved heads than white guys.
Thanks,
white guys look like dickheads. Yeah, no disrespect. No disrespect, Rogan or Dana White. But yeah, the white guys just look weird and bald heads.
This is actually my first time watching the fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've only ever seen like what was on the computer.
You look pretty shredded here. How much you weigh here? You look.
I came back in fight day 225.
You look pretty jacked here, dude.
Yeah.
Like for that Paul Craig fight, you looked a little more smoother. This one, you're definitely a little more bulkier. You got a lower base here. You're not moving as much. Takedown? Worried about the takedown here too?
No, not so much.
Your base is very. You're very like, you know, level.
I like to mix it up.
Yep. Give them something to worry about.
Yeah, I like to mix it up and.
Again,
it's martial arts, right? So like I do think like when I'm training, like how can I do things differently?
Be unpredictable.
You know what I mean? Or like, you know, maybe that's why they haven't put me in the video game yet.
Son of a bitch. I want to put you in the video game as a super heavyweight.
I think Roberson is the hardest hitter I've ever.
Really, dude, he is swinging for the fences. Yeah. This is the other thing. In just these 3 fights in a fight, there's a common theme too. There's no feeling out period with you. You're not a slow starter. You know, like Cerrone's a slow starter. Or JDS a little bit of a slow starter. John Jones can be considered a slow starter. You are not, sir. You're far from it. Like once that bell rings, you are ready to go here.
Why wait, man?
Yeah.
Like we've been waiting, 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why wait?
We are a minute 30 into the first round. You boys are not. I mean, there's no feeling
got like
out.
a knot over my right eye.
Dude, he's throwing too. To his credit,
he's fast.
Robertson's throwing, man.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
And he had Krause in his corner, right? So like that's something that I was also thinking about, like. I'm like, damn, Krause is like a technician of a coach, in my opinion. And
for sure.
Here I am going against a guy who's fast, powerful, same record. Like, there was a lot of motivation behind this
this one was in Vegas?
Yeah, the Apex.
And that's
see my eye already?
Yeah, you got a knot on there.
Yeah, man.
Again, rightfully so. He's throwing, man.
Yeah.
This dude has bad intentions. I'm sure you like fighting at the Apex, right? It's easy for you.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
It's a home game for you.
Yeah. And it feels more like martial arts, like the arena's big and there's a lot of people and
it's intense, dude.
Yeah, it feels like almost like a kumite type of style, like it's pretty quiet and there's only a couple hundred people in there. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
He's jacked too, dude.
Yeah.
You're a little thicker though. Here you're just still trying to feel it out, land something big.
Well, like because he had hit me early on, oof. I knew like, dang, he's got power, right? Yeah. So I knew that I had like at this point I was already just settled in for 3 rounds.
Gotcha.
As soon as I felt him punch, I settled in for 3 rounds.
And I think that's where the knockout comes to. It's always tough to get a knockout when you're searching for it. Mm-hmm. Like they can almost smell it, like what you're going for.
Yeah.
The knockouts happen. I mean, you tell me. The knockouts happen when you're not thinking about it. You're just doing what you were coached to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like a reactive thing.
Yeah, you guys are sitting there in the pocket, man. He went for a takedown, but not very successful. But he's also calmed down too, because you've been landing obviously a lot more as well. Again, all your fights, man. If it's all in hindsight. But looking at him, if you're a betting man, you're like, oh, Khalil's gonna knock the guy out. Like you can just sense it, Like everything's so close to a finish. I don't like how he's reaching out like that. His coach can't like that. I think he's confused. I don't think he really knows what to do here,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
He hasn't thrown a punch we're at 40 seconds in the first round now left. He hasn't really thrown a punch in over a minute. He's trying to feel it out. I think he's trying to kind of download data. Like, all right, nothing's landing. The takedown didn't work. You keep cutting him off. The jab's there. I hate how he's pawing. That would drive me nuts if I was coach. Oof.
The Muay Thai, catch a kick, throw a punch.
Yeah, you'd think you'd learn too. Those kicks is getting lit the fuck up. Here's the other thing. If I'm watching this, A, don't disrespect you because you get knocked out. B, I would be careful with my leg kicks. You know what I'm saying? Like any guy that's throwing a leg kick at you, you counter and beat the shit out of. That landed.
A little double jab cross, yeah.
This one makes it out of the first round?
Yeah, but it's like very short into the second round.
Yeah, his I'm sure I'd love to hear his coaching between the rounds there because he seems pretty confused. Like nothing was really working for him. Well, if I was his coach, I'd like, no more leg kicks, dude. He's counter every single time. He's waiting on the leg kick.
They definitely wanted him to get to take the cage more, like take the center more.
Yeah, because he's on his back foot the entire from second one of the first round. He's been oh my god. Yeah, that right hook just.
My favorite part of the fight is the heel hook escape to body kick.
That was sick. That was sick.
It was just really quick and then boom.
That's the Vanderlei in you, man. Yeah, he's just covering for dear life there.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I think it's just
that was a violent one, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it weird to see yourself like that, in that mode?
No.
You like it?
It's kind of cool in a way.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
It'd be cool when you have kids.
Yeah.
And they watch it.
Yeah, I think about that all the time.
Yep, that's great.
I think it's just now, I think moving forward is just a continuation of everything I've been doing and just keep trying to progress as a fighter, man. As a fighter and as a person.
Before we get you out of here, and what would you, if you're Dana White, what's next for you? What would, in a perfect world, what do you get, where, when?
I have no idea. If I'm myself and not Dana White, and what I'd want is I don't mind being the underdog. So like I'm I'd like to at least a 5-rounder.
You want a like a main
like
event,
a 5-round main event. You know what I mean? Like
I'm down for that.
I don't really. It's not like that's what I want next, but like I think that's kind of the next step for me as far as like what I'm willing to prepare myself for.
Yeah.
Because it's all about growth. And I think to train for a 5-round fight requires a lot of growth.
It's going to push you to a different level for sure.
Yeah. So I can do like another 3-round fight, but I'd say like a 5-round would be somewhere like a cool way to close out the year.
Agree. That'd be dope. I hope it happens, man. I think it will.
Thanks.
That kid, who's that monster? He's knocking everybody out. Hill? He's a tough character. No?
No comment. I don't really comment on other fighters.
I'm saying as far as a fan
unless
goes.
I fought them already, like guys
I'm saying
that I fought already.
As far as a fan goes, it'd be a fun matchup. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. You don't care. Well, whatever it is, I think you're going to get a big fight, man. Appreciate you doing this. That was fun.
Thanks,
a little
man.
trip down memory lane, even though that one just happened.
Sweet.
And right after this, you gave that fire-ass, from the heart interview as well. So, God, great. Love it. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
A little bit of work, man, that don't scare us. I get up, I go hard like I'm George Harris.